first ever St Thomas's School News broadcast, otherwise known as STSN. Introducing Jason,
Eden, Emma,
Jeremy,
Ethan, Faith,
Nick. We are here interviewing Miss Toy on her assembly item. Miss Toy, how do you think it's going to go?
I think it's going to go very well. The children have practiced really hard and we're as prepared as we possibly can be, and we just hope that everybody participates and contributes sensibly, and I'm sure it will go extremely well.
Awesome. Also, what was the most difficult thing about putting together your assembly item?
The time factor, because we had to start last term and then we had to carry it over to this term, so that made it a little bit difficult.
What did you most enjoy about your assembly item so far?
falling out of the boat when I'm pushed over.
Does anyone else have anything to say about the assembly?
No, me.
Yes?
I like the bit where the row you wrote it.
We are about to go and explore our wonderful new building.
I want to see this one. This is the TUI room.
This is the TUI room. We use this for video editing and small group camera work. This is a nice, quiet place for the teachers to work, out of the way of any noisy, obnoxious kids. What we are about to see is the fantastic technology room, which at the moment is being used by room 22 to do some wonderful cooking.
Right, what needs to go in our water first? Grace, what needs to go in it? Zach? What goes in our pot first? No, not chocolate.
We are now going to go and see the ESOL room, where some kids go to learn more about the language of English.
So listen, what's the first thing we're going to do as you work together?
We're going to...
And that was our wonderful expedition on the new building. It's a pretty good building if you ask me.
Hi, I'm Emma, and right now we're about to interview Mrs. Adamson about our new building. Mrs. Adamson, did it take some time to make the decision to organise the building of our new Purge Care Centre?
It did. Right back in 2003, I wanted the Board of Trustees then to build a new building, and I tried very hard for them to agree to that, but they weren't so keen back then. And then in 2009 we had a new Board of Trustees, so I put the idea again to them, and they said, well, that sounds like a good idea. So we explored that, and then in 2010 we had to do a lot of organisation for it, and then 2011 lots of planning. So as you can see, I wanted it, 8 years ago. Finally got it.
How did you get the money for the new building?
Well, we were very lucky because the Ministry of Education gave us 60% of the money, and the Board of Trustees saved up the rest, and it took them about 10 years to save up the rest. Just like you save at home, we had to save here to make sure that we had the money to pay for it.
What were some of the important steps you had to do to get the new building up and running?
There were quite a few steps and they took a long time, but the most important first step was asking the teachers and the staff, all the teacher aides and the office staff, what they wanted. Because it's very important to make sure that you have a building that suits the needs of the teachers, because they're going to be the ones using it. And then we had to decide on the architect, and we had 3 architects who put a proposal before us, and we interviewed them, and we chose Matt Adams from Adams Delamere. And then after we had the architect, he finalised all the plans, and there was lots and lots of meetings to finalise plans. How high should the windows be? Where should the doors go? How should it work? And then we had to go out to tender to actually find the builders, and we had 5 companies that applied, and we interviewed the top 3 and chose Legacy Construction, and they did the building. Then we had to get all the permits from the council. Then we had to get permission from the Ministry of Education, just show them our final plans to make sure that they were happy with that, because they were paying for 60% of it. And then they built it. And there was lots of problem solving that we had to do during the building. I had lots of meetings, and the project manager met with me every week, and we just went through and discussed lots of things. And then it was finished.
We are here today with Mr. May, and we'll be asking him some questions about school sports. Mr. May, what do you need to do to organise these sports?
Well, first of all, I have to put a notice in their daily notices to let people know that trials are happening. And then I talk to Mrs. Fisher, because she's the sports coordinator, and we work out how we're going to run it, basically.
Is it hard to choose the teams for the games and run?
It is very hard because we've got lots of talented boys and girls, like some of these children here. But what we look for is specific skills. So for my touch rugby trials, I look for people that were very fit, because they had to do lots and lots of running throughout the whole day, and people with very good teamwork. So it is very, very hard, yes.
Do you enjoy being in charge and organising the sports?
Yes, I do. I'm very passionate about sports, and I love to see children being competitive.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And today we are here with Mrs. Fisher, and we will be asking a question. Mrs. Fisher, you are in charge of organising all our sport events against other schools. What's the most challenging thing about this job?
Probably the most challenging thing is in the year 7 and 8s, a lot of the mums and dads have gone back to work, and we need to get them to the tournaments, and that can be very difficult. A lot of the parents, because they are back at work, they haven't got time to come into school and help with the sports and take them in their cars. So sometimes for the teachers that's very difficult as well. It's very last minute trying to organise and get people to help with those year 7 and 8 sports. So that would probably be the most challenging part of this job.
We are here today with Mrs. May, and we will be asking her some questions about sports. Mrs. May, why did you come up with lunchtime sports?
We came up with lunchtime sports at St Thomas's School because we felt that lots of children weren't very active, and we wanted to get them active and get them moving, and we thought it was really good for them to learn different skills in different games, as well as the older students to have leadership chances within St Thomas's School.
How hard is it to organise lunchtime sports?
It can be hard sometimes with lunchtime sports because if it's raining we can't have it on, but overall they've been really good leaders this year, and I think all the students have really enjoyed having lunchtime sports.
Welcome to St Thomas's first ever Brain vs Brawn Challenge. Our contestants, Liam and Tiffany, will have to get an egg safely from the staff room window down to the ground. There's Tiffany and Liam now.
Everyone knows that brain is better than brawn. And everybody knows that girls have more brains than boys. So it begins.
Dum dum da 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 dum dum.
Hello, people of St. Thomas's. All of you know that girls have more brains than boys, and which is why I shall win this challenge. Cheer me on! Hurrah! Hooray!
I wonder what Tiffany's idea is to get the egg safely to the ground. Wait a minute, where is that egg?
The egg is in the bowl, obviously. Here.
Here she comes. She is now putting her bowl down on the grass. And now she will pick her egg up and put it in the air. She is putting the egg on the grass. She is the first contestant finished.
This is Liam, and this is his contraption. How will he get his egg down safely?